some of you guys may ask the question, how can you guys just chop forever and just like not stop? Like, stuff like that. It's because, guys, what's up? It's Carlin Muccular, your shortcut to better chops and better grooves. I am back with another lesson. I have a great lesson for you guys today. I'm going to teach you how to build more control, which is going to lead to better chops, okay? So I'm excited to show you guys this one. So first, I need you to do two things. Number one, smash the like button for me. That lets me know that you guys want more lessons like this particular lesson, okay? I have a lot of videos on my page, but whichever ones get the most likes, that lets me know you want more lessons like that, okay? And secondly, please leave a comment for me. Whoever leaves a great comment, like an educational comment that other people can learn from, I will give you one of my newest courses for free, okay? I like when other people add value to other people in the community, okay? So let's get started, guys. Let's get to work. Okay, guys, so this lesson today is actually based on the samba groove, okay? The samba groove is a Brazilian groove, and it's going to help you develop better conversation amongst all four limbs: your left hand, your right hand, your left foot, and your right foot, okay? So here's the deal, guys. I've been practicing this lesson for about a week. I've been preparing it for you guys, and I've noticed the difference in my playing, in my ability to flow freely on the kit, okay? Sometimes when you're a professional drummer, you don't always have a lot of time to sit down and actually shed, like actually practice, because you're learning songs and you're gigging, you're touring, or whatever you're doing, you're on planes and all that good stuff, right? But this is going to be a great lesson for you guys to actually sit down and work on your mechanics and build independence, control, and it's going to lead to more chops, okay? So here we go. Okay, so with this exercise, I'm going to alter the samba a little bit. We're going to take the right hand, the left hand, and the right foot patterns of the samba, okay? But we're going to leave the left hand open for some special stuff, okay? We're going to customize this joint for you, okay? So let's try it. 1, 2. Okay, so we're getting that left foot going there. We got to make sure we don't leave out the left foot, right? Because that is the mark of a professional drummer, okay? Now, so what do we got going on our right hand? Let me count out 16th notes for you. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... So for you guys that don't know what 16th notes are, that is when you have 4 notes per quarter note. This is the quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we want to fit 4 notes in between this quarter note, okay? So that would sound like this: 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 2 3 4 2 2 3 4 3 2 3 4 4 2 3 4. Okay? Now the right is actually playing the 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and so that sounds like this: 1 2 3 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. I was keeping the quarter note on the snare drum. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Okay? And then we're going to play this ostinato with our feet. Now, what does the word ostinato mean? That's just a fancy word for saying a repeated pattern or phrase, okay? It's just basically a drum pattern that's repeated, okay? It's just a fancy word. So with our feet, we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so on the right we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we have the main idea of this samba, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. But what we're going to do is let me just show you really quick. Okay, so all we're doing with the snare, you remember I taught you what 16th notes are and how they're counted. We're just playing 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN, and we're playing that under the samba groove, right? What I call the cousin of the samba would be the bossa nova, where we would play all 16th notes on the ride, every one. So, but the pattern, on the side stick would be this. Now, both of these are great exercises for building independence. But let's go back to just the samba. I just want to show you how those kind of relate, all right? Just for extra credit. But with the samba, let me show you what we're going to do with our left hand on the snare. And this is what's going to build the control and build better conversation amongst your limbs. It's going to build independence, all right? It's going to allow your right hand to talk to your left hand to talk to your right foot, your right hand to talk to your left foot. So, you know, sometimes when you're going for a chop, and you kind of get a little choked up, it's because the conversation amongst your hands is not flowing. So this is a conversation builder, okay? This exercise that I'm showing you in this YouTube lesson. All right, let me stop rambling. Here we go. Let me show you what we're going to do with our left hand. Would you like to know the secrets to playing more blazing chops and more free-flowing, expressive drum fills? If that sounds like you, I think I have the perfect solution for you. I want to introduce you to my new masterclass. It's called the Chop System. So I'm Carlin Muccular. I've been playing drums since I was 15 years old, and over my career I've been blessed to tour the world, record on a few Billboard #1 records with artists such as Israel Houghton and New Breed and more. I think I've gained over 100,000 followers between YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and a few more platforms, so I do feel like I am qualified to teach you guys a few things, okay? The Chop System Masterclass is a proven step-by-step system that is going to take you from basics to blazing, and it's for skill levels of all types, okay? From beginners to intermediate, and even for the advanced drummers that want to spice up their playing a little bit, okay? This course is full of some of my best kept secrets. This is stuff that I have not shared on YouTube or any of my other courses, okay? Now, hopefully you're inspired and ready to take your drumming to the next level. If you feel like that's you, if you feel like you're ready to go to the next level, then click the link or the button below and I'll meet you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Let me show you what we're going to do with our left hand. Okay? So all I'm doing, guys, is playing 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN on the snare, right? 3, 4, 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN, okay? Okay, honestly, guys, that's the first time I've ever done that. And to make sure I didn't mess up in front of you guys on camera, I started with just the ride. And then I started up with the ostinato, right? 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. and then I added my left hand, right? But what I did is I thought ahead, and I kind of matched my brain up to my limbs before I actually played the rhythm with my left hand, because I didn't want to goof up, right? And the truth is, if you can think about it in your brain, you're already doing it. You just have to just send it through your limbs, and that's a matter of building up muscle memory, which is really called myelin. I've talked about that in past lessons, but if you want to look that up, it's MYELIN. Look up the myelin sheath, and you will learn that that is really the term that we use for muscle memory. It's about the myelin sheath. So maybe I'll do a lesson that is specifically dedicated to that, but look it up in the meantime, okay? I mean, when you have time to look it up, okay? Now, that bell pattern thing that we did there, that will help, especially if you're a funk drummer or a gospel drummer, where we play a lot of patterns with the ride. Right? I can only do that so smoothly because I've built my independence and the myelin around my nerve endings, right? I've built my independence with the samba groove, the bossa nova groove, those types of independence exercise helped me to be able to separate my limbs and let them converse with each other like I was just doing. I was playing little ghost notes with my left hand on the snare. I was playing other ghost notes with my right hand on the ride. My left foot was, going crazy, and just my right foot was playing what it was playing, and everything was in its own pocket. And that's what I want to show you how to do today. That's my goal with this lesson, is to show you how to build that conversation with all four of your limbs through the samba groove, okay? Now, let's move our left hand around the toms, okay? Let's do that. I started playing a song in my head. I was boom, 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 cha, 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 boom, boom, boom. But there's a few different things that just happened there while I was practicing. So I noticed that I was a little bit ahead of the click when I started. I needed to take a deep breath, relax, and really sink into the beat. And you make sure you guys are never ahead of the beat, okay? Always try to be inside of the beat, inside of the music, inside of the groove, inside of the rhythm, okay? And then another thing is I started going backwards instead of forwards. You may have saw me hit a splash or something like that. And that's because once I get comfortable doing a thing, I ask myself, how can I get uncomfortable? In discomfort is where the growth lives, okay? So you may have noticed me going backwards, forwards, hitting splashes and stuff like that. And that's because you don't want to just stay comfortable, right? What can you do to get uncomfortable is the question. Sometimes you can speed up the tempo. You saw me, I started doing more dynamics. Boom, 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 cha, cha, cha. The cha, cha, cha was the loudest dynamic level for me, right? So you just want to make sure that you're being uncomfortable once you get an exercise down. It's like, how can I make myself how can I make sure that I'm challenging myself, basically, And in the next part of this lesson, which I'll have on my website, I'm going to go into more ways to do this, okay? To make sure that you're growing at extreme speeds and making sure that you're making the best connections that you can, okay? So with our left hand, we were playing, right? 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN. Now we're going to shift a 16th note back, okay? So we're not going to go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and we're going to go E and E and E and E and So let's try that. Let's take it around the times. 1, 2, 1. Okay, so that was feeling pretty good. Now, let me take it up a dynamic level. Let's see. Okay, so there was a lot in there too. And this is the last thing we'll go over. The way I just played it is more for building independence for like gospel chops and R&B chops because we're at a higher dynamic level. Like if I was practicing it, if I was practicing a samba or bossa nova like the traditional way, like with Brazilian jazz. But if we wanted to really build independence for gospel chops and being able to do anything we can think of at any moment, then we would want to practice it at that higher dynamic level, okay? So some of you guys may ask the question, how can you guys just chop forever and just like not stop? Like, stuff like that. It's because your limbs can have these conversations forever, okay? Ongoing conversations, evergreen conversations that never expire, okay? And I can give you more patterns and all that type of stuff. That's actually in my course called the Chop System. I have a lot of courses, but the one called the Chop System Masterclass is the one where I show you patterns and combinations to just keep on chopping away, right? But I'm showing you guys the foundation, right, of all of that type of stuff. So if you guys want to be able to play those advanced chops like that, you have to break it down. Some of you guys may have thought this lesson was boring, but I'm telling you, this is the most granular level, the smallest level that you have to go down to be able to play fancier chops. And I'm telling you, practicing slow is what actually helps you to sound cleaner when you play faster chops, okay? And this is how you connect the dots. You guys know the connect dots puzzles. You're really, even though you're connecting one dot at a time, you're literally building new abilities and actually connecting, or I shouldn't say connecting, I should say you're sending myelin to your muscles to be able to do more advanced chops, okay? So I hope you're following along with me. Let me play this to a percussion groove that I have. It's called a Chopzilla loop. You can get this loop for free from a website that I started with some friends called shedtracks.com. Check out this percussion loop. I'm going to play this exercise that I was showing you today. Check it out. Sorry, guys, I got a little carried away there, but man, I could feel the openness in my soloing and my expressiveness from just practicing the samba this week, trying to prepare for this lesson, guys. I'm not giving you some genetically modified like lesson here. Like I literally practiced this week and I can feel the difference in my playing. So I want you guys to do the same. Practice this and I think you will really feel the difference in your playing as well, okay? I think that's all I have for you guys today, all right? Make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment again down below. That way I can just check out what you guys are saying in the community. I love it when I see stacks of comments, like one comment, people comment on that comment, and another comment, people comment on that comment. So I want to be able to give something to someone who leaves a great comment, okay? We're going to continue this lesson over in my membership, my Impact membership drumming community. I'm going to show you even more ways to build these independence, control, and chops. And we're going to do some left hand lead stuff. And if you really want to go to the next level, then come over there with us and check out this lesson that's going to continue over there. All right. All right. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'm Carlin Muccular again. I am your shortcut to better chops and better grooves. See you guys.